Something comes home one morning, and that single moment is the only reason an entire species didn't vanish from the planet forever. A team lifts a rock on a volcanic island. What's underneath rewrites 113 years of scientific record. A biologist sets the most ordinary trap in the most ordinary field and finds something no scientist on Earth has recorded in over a century. And off the coast of Africa, something has been swimming in plain sight for generations, while trained researchers looked directly at it and wrote down the wrong name every single time. 4 animals, all officially declared dead. None of them were. Welcome to Magna Fantasia, Meetsee, Wyoming, 1981. Shep drops something on the hog family's property. Pale fur, dark mask across the eyes, long body. The family thinks it's a weasel. They take it to a local taxidermist just to be sure. He looks at it for 1 second and stops working. He picks up the phone. Black-footed ferret, officially gone from the wild since 1979 after prairie dogs, their only food source, were wiped off the American plains. Scientists had already searched for survivors. They found nothing. A search of the land around the ranch found 18 of them. 18 black-footed ferrets living in open grass on a working ranch, missed by every survey ever run. Those 18 went into emergency breeding. By 2000, hundreds had been released. Today, thousands live across the western plains. Fernandina Island, Galapagos, February 2019. Fernandina Island doesn't welcome visitors. It's one of the most active volcanic islands on the planet. Black rock, scorched ground, almost nothing alive for miles. In 1906, scientists left with 1 giant tortoise, a single male. After that, nothing. No tracks, no sightings. For 113 years, this species existed only in a museum drawer. February 2019. A Galapagos National Park team moves through burned ground near the coast. They're not expecting to find anything alive. Then, beneath a shelf of cooled lava, something shifts. An old female tortoise, massive, still, like she had been sitting there the entire century. Geneticists at Yale ran her DNA against that 1906 specimen. Perfect match. She was the last of her line, a species that had survived volcanic eruptions, total isolation, and 113 years of being officially dead. Her species name, given back when everyone assumed she was gone, Chelonoidis phantasticus, the fantasy tortoise. They called her impossible before they ever knew she was real. Albany, Western Australia, December 1994. Elizabeth Sinclair wasn't looking for anything lost. She was doing routine fieldwork in the coastal scrubland near Albany, setting traps, counting bandicoots, the most ordinary work in field biology. She checked her traps the next morning. One had something inside she didn't recognize. Dark fur, pointed nose, eyes too wide for its face. She checked the records. The Gilbert's Potoroo, not seen by any scientist since the 1870s. It had been right there the entire time, living on underground fungi in a patch of coastal heath so small it barely shows on a map. If Sinclair had placed her traps 50 meters in any other direction, she goes home without knowing. The total world population of Gilbert's Potoroos today is fewer than 100 animals. Wildlife officials have moved some onto an offshore island to ensure one wildfire, or one fox, doesn't end it permanently. Off the coast of Madagascar, 2015. For decades, the only proof the Omura's whale ever existed came from bodies pulled off old Japanese whaling ships. Most researchers assumed it was effectively gone. In 2015, a team from Woods Hole Oceanographic was working off Madagascar when they started tracking a group of large whales. Long, hard to follow, surfacing briefly and disappearing. They logged them as bride's whales and kept working. Back in the lab, they went through the footage. Then the sound recordings. These were not bride's whales, a full resident population of Omura's whales, feeding and raising young. living along a busy shipping lane where boats had passed for generations. Everyone had looked directly at this species and written down the wrong name every single time. The ocean doesn't only hide things in the deep. Sometimes it hides them right on the surface. How many more are still out there? And that's it for today. See you at the next one on Magna Fantasia.